Cold nights and cool days. It's the holiday season. Gina, what's the weather have in store?
It finally feels like the holidays are here. Today's high was 66. We are going to see sunny conditions again tomorrow, but if you like the cooler weather, you are in luck because in the next few days, we're going to start to cool down quite a bit and our overnight lows could be getting down into the mid to upper 20s. Currently across the state, well, some of us are looking at some chilly temperatures above freezing in Flagstaff and Show Low at 34 degrees, 29 in Window Rock, 40s through Prescott, Globe and Wilcox. And then for the rest of us looking at temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. Kind of chilly tonight though here at the airport, 50 degrees, humidity down just a little bit from last night at 41%. And the winds are calm. And finally, we can say that this is how we are supposed to feel for this time of year. It's 66 degrees. That was our high today, our low 41. So finally sitting at the average temperatures. No rainfall to report on today, but by the end of the weekend and into early next week, we do have a chance of some rain and even some light snow in the higher elevations with that next low pressure system that's starting to come through. All right, some of those high temperatures across Arizona today, 70s in Gila Bend and Yuma. Yuma, the hottest spot in the state at just 73, 69 in Phoenix, mid 50s for Prescott, Globe and down into Wilcox. Flagstaff and Show Low just a little bit cooler in the upper 40s. And then across the country, well, upper 40s, low 50s in Texas. Earlier, though, this afternoon, Dallas seeing a good bit of snowfall and 40s kind of the magic number. Across the Central Plains, 42 in Kansas City, 42 in Chicago. Just a little bit warmer in Memphis, a little bit warmer across much of the southeast, about 5 to 6 degrees. And then up in the northeast, temperatures in the low to mid 50s. Now, those few weather systems that we've been watching the last few days, they finally all met in the middle, and that's why we have this huge storm sitting over much of the East Coast, and it extends from about the southern tip of Florida right up into Pennsylvania and back into the Ohio Valley. So that's a pretty big space, and in front of this storm, we've got some severe weather. Down in the Carolinas, we have 2 tornado watches that are in effect right now, and up in the Northeast, well, all the cold air and the rain, they've got some snow that's going to start to fall tonight, so they're probably going to have some messy driving conditions on their way to work. They're not the only place that's going to need to contend with this snow. We've got a little bit of snow in the northern central plains over in Michigan, and then on the other end of the country, just a little bit of snow in Denver. Otherwise, though, we're spoiled on this end of the country because we have great weather. California, Nevada, Arizona, seeing nearly perfect conditions. Even up in the Pacific Northwest, you can see no rain, no snow. So we are all loving this end of the country. All right, overnight lows, 30s and 40s here across southern Arizona. And then tomorrow afternoon, we'll be warming up to about where we were today, low to mid 60s. And then we're really going to start to cool down come Friday. Here in Tucson, we'll be cooling down to the low 40s with clear skies. Like I've said, get outside and enjoy the beautiful night. The moon is absolutely beautiful. Lunchtime temperature tomorrow around 60, and then we'll be warming up to about 64 degrees tomorrow. Now, you will see that come Friday, we're actually going to dip down into the 50s, and that is going to be our high temperature, and then we'll be looking at maybe warming up just a little bit, but by the end of the weekend and into early next week, we actually could see some rain. So if you want to see some snow, go to Mount Lemon early next week. You will be in luck.
It'll be up there, huh?
Yes, most definitely.
All right, well, let's remind some people about the holiday wish tree that we've been telling them about.
Yes, I know we have a box here set up in our lobby. Saw a couple people bring in some gifts today.
Oh, good.
And just to let all of you know, it doesn't just have to be clothing. It can be gift cards, shoes, toys, and it doesn't necessarily need to be on this ornament because you can bring in anything and Casa de los Niños will greatly appreciate it and it will go to a great cause.
They won't turn it down.
Exactly.
Sounds good. Thanks, Gina.